It's Don here from the board. Thanks for coming along and checking out this video. So today's video is a little bit different because it's not really keyboard related, but it is keyboard related in a way. And of course, it is November, the month for Movember. It's already been a year since I've done this last, and time flies amazingly quick. So I want to say thank you, of course, to everyone who supported me last year in Movember. And we've come back around, and it's time to grow out the dirty Mo again. So my goals this year for Movember have not really changed terribly much. I'm still fundraising however I can, and I suppose if you are new to the concept of Movember, what it is essentially an initiative for men's health. And it's very important to me simply because, well, I grew up in a male-dominated family, I suppose, in that I have a father, I have two older brothers, and of course I've got uncles and I've got male cousins. So it's a pretty big issue, and now as I'm getting older, in my mid-30s, and I am a father to my own child, I want to be healthier, and I want to be still able to be there to be a dad for my daughter and any other future kids that I have as they get older. And what Movember and the Movember Foundation stands for is essentially looking after men's health. It's about fighting, mental health issues. It's about fighting testicular cancer and a lot of those other aspects that can quite often have a very negative impact on men's health. Do you want to come up? Yeah. You haven't been in a video with Daddy for a while, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're even talking now, aren't you? Yeah. So, and it's a pretty big deal. So they have a Movember Foundation now in many, many countries. And of course, if you want to get involved, then all you have to do is go to the Movember website, create your own account, start growing a mustache, start getting fit, start getting healthy, start promoting it, and get people to donate because it's a really, really great cause. Now, in previous years, to help promote Movember, I've done keycaps. I've done Movember keycaps. I've done 2 years of those, but this year, thanks to this little one, I haven't really been able to do anything like that. She's a bit of a handful, and as you can hear, sometimes she gets sick. She's actually got a temperature right now, and she's coughing. I'm just gonna, there you go. You can see yourself. Do you want to wave? You want to say hello to the camera? No, you don't want to. Okay. So what I've done this year instead, though, is I'm going to be offering a 10 keyless keyboard that I took some time to make into a project. And so I'll pull that out very shortly, but let's have a look at the Movember webpage first of all. You okay? Do you need some water?
Dad.
What's that?
Daddy.
Yeah, that's Daddy. See, she knows. So if I switch over, let's take away the logo. This is my 2018 Movember page. There's me looking pretty dirty already. And as you can see, I put my money where my Mo is because I've already donated 10% of my goal this year myself. And I want to say thank you to the people who've already donated, Haru and Greg Allen, somebody from my workplace. So that's pretty much as simple as it gets. You can come here to mobro.co and my name, and you can donate any amount that you want. And depending, of course, on your local country regulations and laws, it can also be tax deductible because you will get sent a receipt for it, and it is a registered charity in many countries. So that's it. That's all you have to do. Now, let's switch back over now to the desktop, and let's have a look at what I want to be giving away this year. So many months ago, I showed you all, if you're subscribers to the channel, this. And it's a DEC Francium. I bought it relatively cheap, and it had some issues with it. I used it as an example of what to look for when you're buying secondhand keyboards and fixing them up and things like that. I actually completely desoldered the board. I cleaned up the PCB. I cleaned up the plate. But then I thought I'd have a bit of fun with it, and I turned it into, I suppose, a custom. Now it's not very much of a custom, so it had these keycaps with it, which will still come with the keyboard, but it doesn't look as nice because it doesn't really fit the theme. But what I've done with it is I've actually redone the plate and the case. So let's just pull it out very quickly. You're feeling very warm. Do you need some water? Yeah? Where's your water? It's out there. Do you want to go get your water? You don't want to go get your water. Alright, well, after we finish this, you need to have some water, okay? Okay. So, what I've done is I've actually completely desoldered it. I've cleaned off the plate. I've primed it. I've painted it. And then I've acrylic clear coated it. And that's the result that you see. But, you know, it's Movember, right? Movember is a month to have a good time, to be ridiculous, to be loud and proud about supporting men's health. So if you look at this keyboard, it doesn't say very much. But then, if you look at this keyboard, it says plenty. Now I realize this is definitely not to everyone's tastes, but you know what? That's okay. If it's not to your liking, well, you don't have to enter to give it away, but I would still, of course, appreciate your donations and your support. So we're fighting prostate cancer, we're fighting testicular cancer, we're supporting men's health and suicide prevention. And of course, some of the common names for a mustache, of course, is a flavor saver. But what I've also done is I've just got some mustaches on the side, and of course our classic hashtag, which is one of the phrases from Movember, stop men dying too young, because I still want to be here when my little one has her own kids. There's Movember 2018. The camera won't focus very well on that. And of course, the most important part, regardless if you donate to me or not, is to get involved, right? Get involved. Ooh, sorry. Have a conversation. Say to people, your brothers, your colleagues, your co-workers, your fathers, your uncles, your cousins, anybody, are you okay? Do you need to talk? Is everything all right? How is your health? All of those matters, right? It all matters at the end of the day. Now, I put this together and I want to demonstrate that it does work, and it did work after I put it together. So I'm hoping it's still going to work now when I do this demo for this video. So I've got switch header back on, and let's plug it in and quickly run through that it works. So here's my USB extension. There it is. It's plugged in. I think my computer's just done a little bit of a, yep, device is registered. So back across to the right hand monitor, there is switch header. Let's go into switch header, and there we go. Now, F10 works. F11 natively doesn't work because natively it's actually a different function that DEC uses. So you have to use the function key, but then when you use the function key, F11 works. F12 is actually not a native key on this keyboard, the way that it's programmed. It's actually a programming layer key. So that's why you won't see the F12. And as I run across the other keys, you'll see that they all, I hope, should register. And of course, my daughter is already pressing random keys to help daddy out there. She's playing with the spacebar stabilizers. Oh, there we go. Alt, Win key. There is no menu key because it's a function layer key, so that one won't show. And Control, and then your arrow keys. So every key on here is actually fully accounted for, and as you can see, I've demonstrated that it just works. So there you have it. Now, what you do need to be aware of on this keyboard, if you are actually interested in getting involved in the competition for it, is it's actually only held down by one screw here. There is actually 2 additional spots for screws. I just don't actually have screws because they didn't come with this keyboard. So at the end of the day, it's going to be a free competition to enter. You do not have to donate to have a chance to win this, but of course I would appreciate it if you did. It has genuine cherry MX blues because that's what came with it, and it will come with the caps that I have of it if you don't have keycaps of your own. But of course, if you've got nicer caps that you want to put on it, then by all means. Doesn't matter if you want to use this yourself. Doesn't matter if you want to use this as a gateway board for somebody else. It doesn't matter if you want to use this as... She's hit the spacebar and in the recording software, which was turning off that screen. And it doesn't matter if you want to just use it as a decorative piece and go, hey guys, I won this from Movember, because it's going to be a talking piece, and that's what it really matters. That's what it matters at the end of the day. So I'm going to have a Gleam IO link below the video description. Now, of course, if you're reading this in, if you're watching this on Reddit, Patreon, Facebook, Type Hype, anywhere else that this video gets shared, and the actual Gleam competition is not there, just head over to YouTube to find this video from our channel, and that link will be there. I'm going to run this for the entire month of November, and then at the end of November, we'll do the draw, and I will ship this anywhere in the world that it needs to go to whoever wins. So good luck. So thank you very much for checking out this video. I really appreciate it. If you've got the cash to spare and you care about men's health, either for yourself, someone you know, someone in your family, then it would be really appreciated, not just by myself, but anybody else out there who will find themselves in need of Movember's support in the future. So thank you very much for checking out this video, and until next time, happy clacking. Can I say bye-bye? Okay, well, you need to get some water, okay? Alright, laters.